Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Gaming. I'm Nathan, and today I'm going to tell you if this game's with your time and bandwidth. Today's game is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. 3 GBA turned DS visual novels are back. Are lawyers actually interesting? Well, no, but are they in this game? Let's find out. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy is a collection of the original art, and all three are visual novels with some adventure game and deduction elements tossed in. And since there's 3, let's cover them individually. Ace Attorney was the first in the franchise and starts off fairly strong, with excellent key characters like Phoenix, Edgeworth, Gumshoe, and Maya, tons of fun side characters, and a handful of engaging cases. It is noticeably dated, however, as investigations and some logic are clearly wonky. But the 4th case is definitely a series highlight, and this also contains the bonus 5th case from the DS version, which is also fantastic. Justice for All adds more to the roster, with Franziska von Karma as a new prosecutor, and Pearl, Maya's cousin, as well as dives deeper into the mystical elements of the series. It has the unfortunate privilege of having 2 of the worst cases in the entire franchise, though the closing case is exceptional. It might be my favorite case in the series. Trials and Tribulations is where the series pulls everything together, with dozens of open threads from the previous 2 games resolving over the course of 5 cases. There's flashback cases with Phoenix's mentor Mia, as well as a new mysterious prosecutor, Godot, who seems to have connections with Phoenix's past. Nearly all the cases in this one are fantastic, and it ends the series on a strong note. Across the games, the flow is generally the same. A crime will happen, and Phoenix will be tasked to defend whomever is accused. You'll then use menus to move around the world, investigating locations and talking to witnesses and other assorted weirdos in attempts to figure out exactly what happened. After investigating, you'll have a trial where you'll attempt to use the clues you found to find contradictions in both witness and prosecution's assumptions. After that's back to investigating, then trial, etc., until the truth finally revealed. Investigations are fairly basic, as all games have a pretty set path they attempt to railroad you on, meaning if you divert from it, you can get stuck. You'll be tapping every pixel on the screen and presenting stuff to people to try and learn more. In the 2nd game, the series also adds Psylocks to witnesses, basically mini trials where you have to use your details to force a witness to open up to you, and these significantly improve investigations. Trials are generally pretty simple as well, should you get the game's weird logic. A witness will testify, and you can either press segments of their testimony for more info, or present evidence showing a contradiction. Keep doing this till the case is solved. There's 14 cases in total, ranging in length and difficulty, but all containing twists to keep you on your toes. And really, that's the games. Visual novels with some deduction thrown in, and more courtroom drama than an episode of Judge Judy. It's what I like about the Ace Attorney original trilogy. Well, the cases here are, mostly, absolute blasts from start to finish. Phoenix Wright is famous for his side characters being complete weirdos, and this only improves as the series goes on, with cases taking bizarre twists and turns that are joys to both deduce and experience. Additionally, on the characters, they're the reason you'll keep playing. Phoenix is an absolute lovable doofus, Maya's eccentric enthusiasm is infectious, and the Japanifornia of the world is weirdly endearing. And lastly, I have to give credit to the final case in the trilogy, as it somehow managed the impossible task of wrapping up all 3 games worth of character development and plot threads in an incredibly satisfying and emotional way. When it comes to the bad, the investigations are certainly the game's weakest point, even with added Psylocks. Railroading means if you get off track, which is very easy, you might be stuck wandering around the maps tapping everything in the hopes that the plot will actually progress. Trials also have some issues with how the logic works. Nothing is more frustrating than knowing why something is wrong, but not understanding the angle the game wants you to take when it comes to presenting evidence. This improves in the latter games, but is still present. And lastly, despite this being an update of the DS version, it is still missing a lot of modern VN quality of life stuff. There's no quick save or load, no auto read, and most importantly, no text log to review, so if you accidentally skip over some dialogue, it's gone forever. I also would have liked to see improvements to help with the railroading, like indicate if someone has new information, or at the very least give hints. As you know, I rate games shared on a 3-point scale, must play, maybe consider, and don't bother, and there's a reason people who otherwise dislike visual novels still recommend Phoenix Wright. It's an exceptional gem of a VN trilogy that manages to blend humor, emotion, and engaging mystery across all its cases, except maybe the terrible circus one. It weirdly reminds me of the Yakuza games, as on the surface there's plenty of silliness, but deep down at its core there's an emotional heart that keeps you wanting to see more with these characters. It's hilarious that a game about being a lawyer is this good, but if you haven't experienced right from wrong, there's never been a better time to jump in. That's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you played Phoenix Wright, did you play the original back on the DS like I did? Please let me know what you think in the comments, but regardless, go out there and make sure you give these ones a look.